Hello everybody, this is Romero Benavides again. I'm doing a mock-up of a build I'm working on. It's a 1970 Murray bike. It's an Eliminator II. It's a muscle bike, very popular, and they've gotten actually more popular in the recent years and more expensive, and I believe they're highly sought after. Actually more than the Schwinn crate now, I believe. Some people on eBay for nice complete bikes are asking over $3,000 for them. So I'm about to pull out the frame. I've got a sissy bar underneath there, and I've actually got a longer sissy bar, something more known as a sissy bar, the high back sissy bar. I've got two fenders. They're not the original type for that bike. These here are in a different location. And then they don't have a hole here because they don't have a brace. So I'm going to remove that. Probably have to weld this up or just leave it like that. And move this little bracket over to here to mount it on the bike. But it should be close. Actual fenders I've seen sell over, well over $200. Last one I think closer to $400. So anyways, I can't afford all that. Here's the original neck. It's a really nice violet color, and it's actually kind of rare. It's a coaster brake bike, and it's got a MO manufactured stamping on it, and I've got a MO wheel also for this is actually for the actual bike itself. And it's another MO stamping there, and that's it. Okay, I'm back. I've got the frame out of the garage, and so some pretty neat pedals here. Not exactly the ones that, like the ones that come out on it, but they're hard to find. Some little red stripe, and they actually, I believe, 1/2 inch that fit into this crank. Got the original handlebars, I believe, that were on the bike when I bought the frame. Little road rash, but you know what? Building it as a rider, missing the head badge. Still has the screws in it, and I do have another Murray Eliminator head badge. I'm not too worried about it. And you know, all this stuff is not in the best of shape. It's got surface rust, you know, it's original. It's got stickers over the nice Cobra with some wheels, you know, and tires peeling out and stuff like that. And some of the original color on the chain guard is still there. Well, it's hard to see, but believe it or not, there's one on eBay right now, and probably about the same shape. It's going right now. It's got about a few bids on it. It's got over $300 worth of bids on it right now, just for the chain guard. It still has a lot of the original components, so I'm pretty happy. Sissy bar is a little longer. Actually, I believe that the originals were longer than this, but I'm going to make this one work. Something to install it with. Here's a hole. I believe this is where the sissy bar will clamp onto. Other little things. This would be for the coaster brake, and actually there's one on this wheel over here, but I believe this is the original, and I might be using this. Like I said, I'm not looking for beauty. You know, I'm just want to put it together, get it back together, and maybe one day resto it. But you know, I've got a can of paint that's pretty close to this, and it's got a silver base. You could actually see the silver there, and they give it that violet or purple candy color, transparent color that they were known for in the 60s and 70s. It was used highly in vehicles, muscle cars, you know, customs. A lot of candy coats, a lot of candy colors, so pretty neat stuff. So I'll be mocking it up. I've got some bearings, I believe, in the attic. This one's missing like a little ball bearing here, but I've got stuff like this, like in my junk boxes, that I could actually replace these. And but for a mock-up right now, they're dry. Everything needs to be taken apart, oiled, axles, you know, dry, things like that. Tires are dry rotted, but you know, it's not gonna be a rider. It's gonna be more for looks, maybe car shows, things like that. You know, as I get more money, maybe one day I could actually, you know, take it for a spin, or have a kid take it for a spin, because I'm a big dude. And I've seen big guys ride these bikes, but you know, 20-inch bike. I don't think so. But anyways, I'll be back. I'm going to start mocking it up. Alright, I've started assembly of the forks. Just pretty simple, straightforward. Just make sure the lower bearing is on, then the actual tensioner. It's got just a little bit of resistance, not very much. Don't want to be wobbly, but then here's the another washer that goes right here. And that's that for right now. So far. Okay, I've got this here that goes over this area here, and then the neck will slide in here. This is like a lock nut, I guess. Not sure. I believe this one came with this bike. It's a little snug. I don't want to over tighten it. But except for mock-up purposes, it's going to stop wherever it wants to stop. And over tighten it. But I guess I'll probably have to go through all the threads, make sure that they're good. Maybe clean them up a little bit. Just chase the threads, grease them up real good. I guess that's good enough for right now. Got the neck. The neck should just drop in as well, I believe. Yeah, I don't know if that part actually went to that bike. I think about it, but I'll just have to search and make sure. Let's probably make this work. I'll probably undo that and then try to get it up to here and then put it in and see how it goes. Alrighty. Okay, whatever I've done, I've actually loosened this up. So make sure this piece here goes first, and then just gonna drop it in there. Like I said, I'm not gonna tighten it or get it in there too far. I just want to mock it up. And it looks like it'll work, actually. As you see, I've got the neck on there. Nothing's really tight. But handlebars should slide through. I might have to remove one of these grips. Blowing out at the end, but that's alright. We used to just drop our bikes when we were little. Didn't care if it was an expensive bike or not. And I guess our parents, if we were lucky, bought them for us. And we used them, we abused them, but we had fun on them. And there's grown men older than me collecting these bikes still, so it was a special thing. Alrighty, I'm going to try to get these grips off. I heard boiling some hot water, letting them set to soften up, and then they just slide right out. Okay, I'm back. I didn't actually boil some water. I did put a cup in the micro and start warming the water up. But I got impatient. 2 or 3 minutes, I couldn't wait. I actually ran the faucet in the sink in the kitchen. Thank God my wife was in there. But anyways, for just a little bit. I guess our water's pretty hot, set at a high temp. Our water heater set at a high temp, and that sucker slid right off. So I'm going to go ahead and put the handlebars on. I'll be right back. Alright, handlebars are on. Fork is on. Pedals were on, just snug. They're not on there real tight. I guess I'm going to try the wheels. The only thing I'm missing right now is a kickstand. I've got one on order on eBay, from eBay. It's kind of rusty, crusty looking, but it was still about $25, you know, so that's not a whole lot, but it's actually the correct one for this bike. I guess it was for a Sears Screamer or a Murray Eliminator, and I've actually looked at some pictures of some of these Eliminators, and they've got that same kickstand that I got, and I'll post some pictures up with it as well. And I've got a chain I found in my parts of junk that I'm going to put together, and just need a chain breaking tool that mine broke, but we'll go from there. I got this little tire. It's a replica tire. It's a Duro tire. This actually front wheels is from a replica Schwinn Stingray or a crate, but this is actually the Murray Eliminator Sears Screamer tire. And I'm not exactly sure where this one, but it's also a Murray or probably a Sears type bicycle as well. But you know, like I said, originals would have had a red line on the front and back, according to the catalog that I have from 1970. And this would be a coaster bike, you know, brake bike. would also have another red line, but man, if I do come across, it's going to be expensive, and I haven't come across one yet, and it's probably pretty tempting to try to get one. But I think I'm going to shoot for the tires, the wheels and tires. I'm just going to swap that tire and tube. You know, it's going to need some rim tape, actually. I don't know. I'll give it a shot, either that one or this one or the other, but eventually I'm going to have to do it. Once I get rim tape and things like that. Be right back. Okay, so I've decided I'm going to pull these this tire tube out, probably the rim tape also, and put it on this one. These are pretty neat little tools. You can take your tire off by, getting this little part here that's like this under the bead and pull them out and just put, I've got 3 stacked up, so in a certain area, and it'll just come right out. See how it's got little knots there to lock it in onto the spoke, and just put another one over here and it'll do the same. I've got the little tire off now. I'm about to put it on to this Murray rim, and surprisingly this one didn't have rim tape either for some reason. Better make this before I drop it. Alright, I got the front tire on. It's actually looking alright. It's actually pretty cool. Getting excited. I actually had to flip it over. I just put the back wheel on, just slipped it on there, it's not tight. And this will go over here, I believe. Can't wait. Sissy bars next, seat. And I'll turn it over. Alright, be back. Alright, just about ready to be turned over. Just hand tighten. Things like this here. Bolts here. Actually decided to use the original one here. Little brake arm holder, I believe that's what it's called. Or to the best of my knowledge, the best description is actually looks like a serial number. Wasn't paying attention to that. Alright, turning it over. I've actually got it rolling for the first time since I've had it. It's actually pretty cool. I'm excited. Very excited. Just have to modify the fender to make it work, but I'm gonna give it a try. Get the sissy bar together. Put the seat on it. There's the seat. It's a good original seat. Similar, not the type of seat, I believe. It's got would have chrome mylar between here, but it's pretty close to color. It's about the best as I could find. And slowly gathering these parts together for the past 3 years. Okay, let me get that sissy bar together and slap it on there and see what it looks like. I actually decided to put the fender on there. Still need to modify it. This actually will have to get drilled out, that tab turned, and then another drill here, and then put that tab onto here and fix that. Pull this, drill this out, and probably just eventually weld it or just leave it as that. But it's gonna look pretty close to the type of fender it would have. It's actually off an Eliminator, just an earlier one. So I'm pretty excited. Pretty excited. It's coming together. It's coming together. Okay, I'm about to undo these little bolts. I guess I don't know if these are original to it. I really doubt. Maybe to the seat, but we're gonna go on to here. These didn't quite work out, so I'm gonna use these over here. These with the I gotta dig up a nut and bolt for that and washers, and I'll fix them onto here. But that's a holdup so far. Okay, obviously not put together, but this is it. It's about as good as they're gonna get for right now. Seats on it, sissy bars on it, incorrect reflector. Probably around, but I'm glad it does have a mount for it. And I've got a round pie reflector. Sissy bar is not even on there, right? It's just set on there. But need to modify these. Supposedly these were actual Murray part, but I'm not too sure. It's not an actual Murray sissy bar, so, or seat. But you know, it's going to work together. And I'm pretty happy, pretty excited. Alright, well, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good evening. Good day, good night, good morning, wherever you're at. Alright, bye-bye.